To my channel. I'm Nikia, or you can call me Nikki Ora or Nikki. So Nikia is for my illustration, and Nikki Ora is for my fashion line, fashion designing line. So I'm a fashion designer and an illustrator. I'll be sharing everything about fashion sketches, tutorials, and tips, fashion tips in this channel. Whether you're a beginner or you're a style lover or you're a fashion lover, this is the right place to be. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for my weekly tutorials. Thank you. So today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to cut this three-step flay with belt. Detachable, three-step flay. It's detachable. So there is belt, there is hook there, and it's three steps flay. So the first thing we're going to do is to get our waist circumference. We need our waist, and we are working with. Let's write out the waists we are working with. We are working with waist 28. So this is our waist, and the flay length, the length we are working with is 9. How I got this line, let me explain. To get this 9, what you need to do is you need to measure the total blouse length. The total blouse length is for this client is 24. Blouse length is 24, and our shoulder to waist is 15. So our shoulder to waist is 15 and our blouse length is 24. So if we minus, to not get the length of our flay alone, what we need to do is we need to minus our blouse length from our shoulder to waist. That is 24 minus 15. That is going to give us 9. So the length we are working with for the flay is what? Is 9. That's our flay length. Okay, if you don't understand anything, just ask me in the comment section. Thank you. So this is our flay length, and the next thing you are going to do it when you are cutting flay. You all know that flay used to take up clothes, like you waste your clothes when you're cutting flay, right? When you're cutting flay, most of the clothes is going to get wasted. So to avoid that, okay, before that, to get our waist circumference, we are going to divide 28 divided by 6.28. So 28 divided by 6.28, which gives us 4.4. So this is our waist radius. This is our waist radius. And another thing I want to explain, that to avoid wastage of your clothes and for you to go straight to the point, to avoid wasting of time, for time management, so that when you're cutting your clothes, so that your time will be managed, to avoid wasting of clothes and to avoid wasting your time, you need to calculate what you're going to use for our fabric, right? So the next thing we're going to do is to get the fabric we're going to use, to go straight to the point. What you're going to do is the waist radius, which is 4.4, plus our flay length, and our flay length is 9, right? Our flay length is 9. This is to get total length of flay without cutting off the radius. So 4.4 plus 9, which is going to give us 13.4, and we are going to add 1 inch for our sewing allowance. So plus 1 sewing allowance, which is going to give us 14.4, right? So the length we are working with is 14.4. Let's go straight to the point. This 14.4, that's what you're going to measure here. So the next thing you're going to do is you are going to measure. I've folded my fabric into 2. Look at it. My fabric is folded into 2. So you are going to measure 14.4 here. The place where 14.4 ends, that's where you are going to start your folding. So our 14.4, look at it. Our 14.4 ends here, right? So that's where the folding, you can see the way I fold it, that's where your folding is going to start from. And the next thing you're going to do is you can use your ruler, your pencil, your tailor's chalk to mark it. And the next you're going to do is to get the other side, because you're folding this fabric into 4, you are going to measure 14.4 here on the other side, the folded side. We are going to measure it here and mark 14.4. So this is where our 14.4 ends. So after getting 14.4 here, right here, I said you're going to measure it in the other side, the folded side. The reason why I changed the way of my cutting is because the other side, one side is not the same length with this. So I have to change it because I don't want to. Okay. What I said is that you are going to measure, going to get 14.4 in the second side, the fold side, the place that has folding. You can see that this place is folded. So this is our 14.4, and what we are going to do is we are going to fold it into two. Look at it like this. We are going to fold it, join it to this one to make it 4. That's it. So our fabric is folded into 4. You see the way I did it? After folding and getting your measurements here, you are going to measure here too. That's how we got it. So you can see that everything, before you continue, make sure that the length is still giving you 14.4. Make sure it's still giving you the same thing, because it's going to affect it when you're cutting. Make sure it's giving you the same thing. See the way I'm doing it? So make sure it's giving you the same thing, and the other side too, measure it and make sure it's the same thing. You can see my own is the same. So after confirming it, making sure that it's the same, the next thing we're going to do is our waist radius, the 4.4 that we got for our waist radius. You're going to take your tape rule like this, in a triangle way, like in a diagonal way, not straight like this, like this. You know, everything we have measured, okay, like this. You're going to take your tape like this, and you're going to measure 4.4. So you're going to measure 4.4, mark it, just do it one. So you're going to take your tape rule like this, put your tape rule like this, measure. So after doing like this, use your chalk or your cuff ruler to connect it. That's it. This is our waist. Let me tell you something. You know that the waist we are working with is 28, right? So let's calculate what is here, so that we can confirm that it's the same thing, so that you will know that what you did is correct. So putting your tape rule like this, you can see the way I put it. This is giving us 7.2. So 7.2 multiplied by 4, because this is in 4 places, right? This is 4. We are folding it. We fold it into 4. You can see that 7.2, 7 multiplied by 4 is what is 28. That's 28.8. You can see. You see that it's the same thing, is correct. So if after getting your, like, using your tape to do what I did here, and it's not the same, it's not giving you your waist measurement, just know that you are not correct. There is error somewhere. So you need to start from the beginning. That's it. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to measure the length of our flare. We are working with length 9, right? Plus 1 inch for allowance. That's why I said you should add 1 inch for allowance. So you can see that it's the same thing. I added 1 inch allowance, which is plus 10. That is 10 inch. You can see it is there. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to measure the 10 round. Put your tape rule and measure it round. You can see the way I'm moving my tape rule. So connect it with your shock or your cuff ruler. Just connect it. So this is it. You can cut now. After cutting this, it's still going to give us so this is our waist measurement. can see that is even, you can see it. So plus side sewing, you can see that everything is going to be 28. So you don't need to add any allowance to that 4.4 when you are doing it, when you are measuring it. You don't need to add allowance because allowance will be there after cutting. So we need to cut the other two flay. So to cut the second flay, we are going to remove 2 inches from the length, the first flay, because it's 3-step flay, right? So we are going to remove 2 inches from the full length. The first you are going to do is you are going to use your chalk ruler to connect this line, to connect the radius, the waist radius. The way I'm doing, just, you see that I've already placed it. I placed it on the fabric, and when I was placing it, I did not use the same length as this one. When I want to cut this one, when I want to measure this one, I use 14.4, right? This one I did not use 14.4. I use 12.5. That's what I use for this one. This one I use 14.5. So I just minus 2 inches so that I will not waste my fabric. That's how you're going to do it. So you're going to use your chalk to connect all these. When you are done, the length you are working with, the flay length you are working with is 9, and we added 1 inch for allowance, sewing allowance, making 10. So the total length we are working with for the flay with sewing allowance is 10, right? So what you are going to do next is we are going to minus 10 for the second flay. We're going to minus 2 from 10, making 8. So it's 8 we are going to measure here. So we just need to measure it here. So just use your ruler to mark it round. This is going to be our second flay, right? So the next thing we are going to do is we are going to cut it out. You can see the way I mark it. So you are going to cut it out. First we are going to do is we are going to cut. And you can decide to use the first process, the process I use for this one. You can decide to use it for this one. Just know that the length you are going to use, we are working with, is minus 12 from the normal length for the second method, for the second flay, and the third flay minus 4, because the difference between all the flays is, the difference between the length is just 2. So that's how I want my flay to look like to be. And we're going to cut. This is it. So let's cut the last flay. So this is the last flay. You can see the way I did it. The same method that we used for the first one, I use it for this one, or the method I used for the second one, you can use it for this. But look at the method I'm using now. What I did was that I fold another fabric smaller than the inches that I used for this one. So this one I used 10.4 inches, which means that I minus 4 inches from the total length of from the full length, right? The full length is 14.4. So I minus 4 inches because this is the smallest flay, the one that is going to be the first. So, and this is it, 10.4. So that means that it's 10.4 that is going to remain. And when I want to cut, what I did was that when I place the bigger size on it, you look at this side, see that it's not the same with this one, because I don't want to waste my fabric. So that's what you're going to do, just to make sure that you don't waste your fabric. What you're going to do is, before you're not just going to place it like this, you are going to make sure that after placing this place to this place, it's still giving you the length you want. So the length you are supposed to use for this is 6, because this is the second flay. So this second flay is 8. Is 8 that is there. Is 8 that is in this second flay. So that means that we are going to minus 2 from this one, right? The first flay was 10. This one is 8, and the last one is going to be 6, right? So what you just need to do is just put your tape rule here and measure where this stops. You can use it, you can use the back Put your tape and measure where the flay. You can mark it first, just to make it easy for you. After marking it, put your tape and mark and check if it's giving you 6. You can see that it's 6. You can see that it's 6. So that means I'm correct. So it saves me time and it saves me my fabric. This is it. After doing it like this, next we are going to do is we are going to use our chalk. Our chalk to connect it. Like the way I did. After connecting it like this, next I'm going to do, we are going to measure the 6 we are working with. You can see the way I'm doing it. We're going to get the measurements around. So the 6, that's what I'm measuring now. So this is it. After doing it, then we're going to cut out. Cut it out. This is it. I'm going to place it on each other. After placing it like this, you can see the way it's giving. You can see the way it's okay. So this is it. So the next one I'm going to do is we are trying to cuff it, right? So this place, just go in. Just go in. Just go in by 3 inches. You see the way I did it? Put your tape here and measure 3 inches. After getting the measurement, you are going to connect the 3 inches here and connect it. And you can use let's use our cut ruler. You don't want it to be too okay. After connecting it like this, I'm going to use the cut ruler on this piece. So I'm going to cut it out. And don't forget that you are only cutting one side. Don't cut the second side. Cut it open. So this is it. And we are going to need our cleaning line. Use any length you want. I'm using crinoline of 3 inches. So you can use two, you can use one, you can use 2.5, you can use the length you want. But I want my own to look, give it this as if it's big, it's giving this bulb something. That is why I'm using the 3 inches. I'm going to put it at the, and I'm going to put lining in my place. So I'm going to put lining, join it. After joining it, I'm going to show you how I'm going to put this crinoline. So let's cut our lining and join. We want to cut our band. Note that when you're cutting your band or your rope, the one we're going to attach to our flag, like belt, yes, we want to cut our belt. You are going to use your waist measurement plus either 36 inches or 40 inches. So this is what I normally use. But if you want your belt to be very, very long, you can add more. But I always use my waist measurement plus 36 inches for my belt, so that the person will be able to tie it in a bow form or something. So let's cut our belt together. So after folding your fabric, you're going to put your tape rule. We are using 2 inches. We are folding it into two like this, swing our belt this way. So you are going to measure. You are going to measure 2.5 inches. So 2.5 inches multiplied by 2, that gives us 5 inches. So that's what we are using. We are just going to mark our 5 inches here. We are going to mark it after marking it. So this is our belt. So this is it. So I've already joined the lining in the fabric together. You can see that I put my crinoline on the tip. So I join it